there, friends. Thanks for checking in. Today we're looking at a Remington RM380. I featured quite a few 380s this summer. I got many comments back of people saying, hey, where is the Remington RM380? So I made a point to get this, and I have to say, I took it to the range on 2 separate occasions, and I'm pretty happy with the performance. It fed, fired, and ejected every single round from 3 types of ammo that I shot through it, and it performed very nice. And I'm happy with the accuracy, and I'm happy with its reliability so far. One of the things I like a lot about this gun is that it has an aluminum frame, which steps away from the polymer frame 380s that I've been featured and that are so common out there. The aluminum frame, glass-filled nylon grips with a nice feel to it while still keeping the weight down. Now, many people said that's basically a Rohrbau, and to a point that is true. Remington purchased the blueprints from Rohrbau, okay, $1,000 9mm gun. They scaled it down, changed out some of the internal parts, the trigger guard, and the grip angle, and then they made it so this gun can be mass produced for much less money. So the MSRP is $436. However, I'm seeing it for under $250. Matter of fact, I just did a search and Grab a Gun is selling this for $230. And I think it is a pretty good deal. It comes with 2 6-round magazines, one with the extension, flat base plate, and it also has a very light spring here. So if somebody has weak hands and has trouble charging a gun, they should not have that issue with this RM380. Long double action trigger pull, obviously a hammer fired gun. It's a long pull, measures right around 10 pounds, but no over travel. So once that hammer drops, there's nothing else there. So it's kind of a safety for those who want to pocket carry the gun. All right, it does have integrated sights right there, built right on top of the slide. And it is ambi, so it has a mag release on both sides of the gun. It's a neat little gun, I tell you. It has some reliability functions that I think are phenomenal. It does have second strike capability. I did run MaxTech. I had a lot of people say MaxTech is junk ammo. Well, it did fine with MaxTech. Okay. Initially, some of the cases came back into my direction, but that's not too unusual with a new gun. It is snag free. We'll go ahead and get that. Now the slide stop is kind of buried into the frame. Matter of fact, you can't even really see it from that angle, but it's buried into the frame. And there's a look at it, okay? Kind of like an integrated barrel bushing there. Nice slide serrations and that double action trigger. I like the way they undercut the trigger guard there for a nice high grip on the gun. With the extended magazine, you do get 3-finger contact when shooting, and it does control the gun quite well. Texturing there, kind of 1911-ish on the front strap. Makes it nice as well. Also has a sight hole indicator for loaded brass right there. So overall, the gun has plenty of features that a $230 gun typically does not have, and it fires pretty darn nice.
It worked. 15 yards away.
Let's go ahead and get it on the scale. We'll start with the unloaded weight with the extended magazine weighing in at 14 ounces. Now we'll check out 6 rounds with the flat base plate. You can see that very small subcompact gun here, weighing in at 15 7/8 ounces, so just under 16 ounces with the aluminum frame, snag-free design. Pretty nice setup with the RM380. To disassemble the RM380, there's a pin inside the frame that needs to be removed. We'll go ahead and show clear there, and you have to remove it from this side. So you align the pin with this hole and that hole right there. And what I'm going to do is take a punch. A ballpoint pen will work. Once you have that aligned, just give a little punch through there. And there it is. There's the pin. So you have to be careful as to where this goes, because if you lose that, you'll be in trouble, and then the slide just comes right off the frame. The recoil spring is a dual recoil spring. It does have 2 springs in there and a metal guide rod. Alright, 2 gold springs, metal guide rod, and then here is the barrel. I've been shooting this quite a bit. I'm going to clean this up, come right back here and reassemble the gun. On the bottom of the barrel, you'll notice that there is a ledge there. That is where the bottom of the guide rod needs to sit, right on that ledge. If it doesn't and it gets buried too deep, you'll have a problem getting everything to fit on, and you'll wonder why you're having that problem. And I'll tell you right now, that's what it is. It's because I've done it. Alright, so we'll put the recoil spring and guide rod back in. Make sure that it sits on that ledge just like that. And from this perspective, you'll see the bottom of the guide rod. Go ahead and put that up. And now we have to realign the pin. To do so, you need that barrel to stick out a little bit. Alright, and I find it easiest to do it like this. And then drop that pin in. Once it's in, partially, all you have to do is move that barrel, just kind of manipulate it so that the pin seats. Take your punch or pen or anything like that, and that will go right into place, and it's reassembled and you're good to go. So there it is, the Remington RM380, little micro pocket gun with an aluminum frame, some nice features to it, and priced really well. I'll be featuring this with some 380 comparisons. I really look forward to that, and spending more range time with the Remington RM380. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.